This is Steve Harris of British Lion, and of course Iron Maiden, and this is Check TV.
A CheckSound TV veio aqui ao Moto Clube de Faro hoje, um dia muito especial porque vai receber um concerto dos British Lion do baixista dos Iron Maiden, Steve Harris, que está aqui mesmo ao meu lado. Hello Steve, how are you?
I'm good, thank you.
So this Faro is where all begins for British Lion.
Yeah, I mean, but going back 21 years ago, really, we sort of did some stuff like then with with the old guys in the band, and I brought them down here, and Manu de Silva helped get them some gigs down this way, or Lisbon as well, and so yeah, it's come full circle, and now we're starting the very first show of the European tour here in Faro, the Moto Clube de Faro, and it's great because we have all the connections with the really good connections with the people here, and it's just really nice to start the tour here. It's really nice.
Is Faro for you home away from home?
Yeah, of course, because I have Ollie home here, and people know that. I think I've had Ollie home here for more than 25 years, so it's like a second home.
And tonight the concert will be very special because it's a benefit show.
Yeah, it's a benefit show for the Red Cross, and it's obviously a fantastically worthy cause. So, and apparently yesterday they had a small accident with one of their vehicles, I think. So now this money can repair the vehicles, so that's good.
So about the first album, the debut for British Lion, what can you tell us about the album itself?
Yeah, I think it's a strong album. I mean, I think some people maybe take a little while to get used to the different stuff because it's very different to Maiden, but it's still rock. It's still rock from the 70s kind of influence stuff. So some of the younger fans might have a little difficulty relating to it, but these fans, a bit older ones or whatever, probably can relate to it straight away, I think. But I think if you give it a chance, give it a few listens, I think it's a really strong album. And live, we'll test the water tonight and see what happens.
And you're back to small clubs. You're not used to it anymore.
No, it's been a very long time since I've played clubs, so it's going to be great. I haven't been on a tour bus for a long time, so I always fly everywhere, so that's another thing as well. But I've always liked playing clubs. Always loved touring on a tour bus, so it's no big deal really, and it's great because I can do this, and now a couple of months' time I can go on a big stage again. So it's nice to have the best of both worlds.
Did you miss that feeling of loud, close, and personal?
I just think it's nice to be, really close to the, people, and obviously when we're playing big places, it's not possible to be so close. So, but I enjoy big gigs as well, of course. But I enjoy them all. So this is just a bit of fun on the side, really. But it's nice to shake things up once in a while, take myself outside the comfort zone, So
how did you come across with the guys from British Lion?
Well, Graham, the guitar player, and Richie, the singer, was in the band, British Lion years ago. I formed, basically made the name British Lion and everything like that. So I was trying to help them do stuff, and I was writing with them and managing them, and I was agent and doing everything. I was basically doing everything. So
then you couldn't resist.
Yeah, I couldn't resist really to want to sort of play with them. I mean, I did actually get up and do a jam with them going back 21 years ago, back in Salia, which is just a place just in the hills, not far from here really. And so that was the only time I actually got up and played with them in those days. But it's really nice to be actually playing part of it now. It's much more interesting for me.
About the recordings, and I noticed that you recorded the album in different studios, including here in the Algarve. How was it? Yeah,
all different places at different times. It's taken a long while for it all to come together, but I just did bits and pieces here and there, and it was all doing bits and pieces. So it doesn't sound like that. I think it sounds like a good cohesive album. So yeah, we're really happy with it.
How long did it take you to make the album complete?
I can't really say because it was just done all over bits, time. So I can't really add all the time up to say how long it took. Really, it's just it seemed like it took forever, but it's finally out anyway now. So it's nice to get it out there, and it's nice to go out and tour with it. It's just it's fun.
Do you feel comfortable producing it as well?
Yeah, I felt good with it. Yeah, and I've been working with Kevin Shirley as well on the mixing and stuff. So I'm used to working with him. So. Yeah, I mean, it's some people, it makes me laugh because some people slagged off the production, but the production is meant to be like 70s, that's what it's meant to be, so it's done like that on purpose. So, whatever.
Okay, so this tour goes around Europe. About the set list, what will you play if you only have one record? I'm curious about that.
Well, we're playing a lot of other stuff as well, which will be on a future album, I think. We're playing a cover, which I'm not going to say what it is right now, but I think some of the older fans will know it. Some of the younger fans might know it, some might not know it, but we'll see. It'll be interesting to see. But yeah, I mean, we've got some good new stuff as well, so we don't want to play all of it because, you know, it gives it too much away, but there's some good new songs as well.
Like you said a bit ago, some people may take a while to get used to a different style of playing the bass here for British Lion. But you had all kinds of critics, good critics, and then the bad ones, people that weren't used. How did you take that?
Take the rough with the smooth. I mean, it's always been like that. I mean, when we started off in the early days with Maiden, it was the same. It was no different. People slagged it off. People said good things. You know, it's the same. It's always like that. You can't please everybody. You know. So people get so used to a certain thing, and then I don't know. It's like as if I went out and had an affair or something, because they don't want me doing something different, or I don't know. But you know, I mean, some people said some things about the singer, but the singer's a really good singer. He's a really bloody good singer. So it's just very different, you know. And some people can't accept different. So whatever.
So I know this is just the beginning, but you have plans for the future with British Lion for sure.
Yeah, it's fun. It's done for the right reasons. It's real, it's fun. It's just going out and having a good time in small places, which I couldn't do with Maiden anymore. So, you know, it's great. I'm really enjoying it. You know, I still love and enjoy playing with Maiden, absolutely. So there's no worries with that. But I enjoy doing this too. So it's as I said earlier, it's the best of both worlds.
So we hope the gig later will be just great, and we are looking forward to see you again in May with Maiden.
Yeah, well, it's the first gig, so, you know, it's kind of like a rehearsal with an audience, so it's going to be a little bit, you know, I don't know what it's going to be like. We'll see what happens, but, you know, you can rehearse for as long as you want, but when you go and do a gig, it's totally different, so it'll be interesting.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thanks a lot.